There are many factors that influence enzyme activity. Temperature, pH, and substrate concentration are the main three. There are also inhibitors. The high temperatures will denature the proteins, as well as the extreme pH will also do this. If the substrate is high and it's saturating the enzyme's catalyzing at its maximum rate and can't go any higher. Enzymes are very dependent on their shape, so if they're active, if they're a functional protein, they have a certain shape. If they're denatured, they lose that shape and no longer work correctly. This is a plot of temperature versus enzyme activity. So notice at the bottom at 10 degrees Celsius, the enzyme activity is basically non-existent, and it rises until it gets to 37, which is body temperature. So that would make sense for an enzyme to have a peak at that temperature, and then at 38 it starts going down and it's becoming too hot and it's becoming denatured. The pH also has a curve like the temperature curve. So at 0 pH or at really low pH acidic, the enzyme activity is really low. This enzyme peaks at a pH of 5, and then as it gets more basic, it stops working as well. So it's got its optimal pH where it works the best. This graph of substrate concentration versus enzyme activity shows that as substrate levels increase, the enzyme activity increases dramatically, and as the substrate concentration reaches its maximum or it's saturated, the graph starts to level out because the enzyme's working as fast as it can.